Want to travel solo to Colombia and experience what used to be one of the most dangerous cities in the world? My mom was nervous when I said I was going to Medellin Colombia by myself. But of course she would be, with sensationalized narcos dramas on Netflix and the dark history of the city with cocaine and Pablo Escobar. It is hard to change your image to the world. However, I hope this video series of Colombia shows you how far the country has come, how beautiful it is, and how you can travel as a solo traveler across all of Colombia, having one of the best solo traveling experiences I've ever had myself. Made it to Medellin, now heading to pick up the bag and then taking an Uber to El Poblado, the area where we'll be staying. Super excited to bring you along with me. So much to do. It's going to be an adventure. On arrival, I turned on my Verizon Day Pass for $10 and called an Uber, not knowing Uber is actually legal to pick up at the airport, but my new friend came and picked me up and brought me to Los Patios Hostel. Good afternoon, guys. I just arrived to Colombia. I'm so excited. I checked into my hostel, Los Patios. I decided to stay at a hostel to get a more social environment for just arriving in a country. And it was such a good choice because right when I got here, the lady at the front desk was telling me where I could get a SIM card, where to eat, that they have 24/7 coffee, they have all these events at the hostel, as well as bar crawls, day tours to places like Guatape. And it's located right in the center of El Poblado, so everything is really right at your doorstep. But there's also a restaurant downstairs. They have breakfast and they have a pool upstairs, a co-working space. This place has a ton and I cannot wait to show you. But for now, this is a female dorm I'm in and it's really nice because we have our own balcony. I mean, who has a private balcony at a hostel? Los Patios does, and maybe that's why they're called Los Patios. But I really am in love with this place so far. The lady was so friendly that checked me in, and this room is really nice. So I'm excited to meet some people. That's why I stayed at the hostel. So I'm gonna get going, grab some food, get a SIM card, take up some looking around of the hostel to see what they have, and bring you along with me. Hey guys, I'm here at Exito. So when I checked into Los Patios, they told me to come here to get some money out, which I just did, and to get a SIM card. Plus, look at how big this place is. Honestly, this is definitely a huge supermarket. Exactly the type of supermarket I like to come to, but definitely when you come, Los Patios was perfectly located in El Poblado to be able to come to Exito to grab what you need. But for now, let's go look for a SIM card because that's what I need. Guys, after just getting a SIM card, I'm so happy. I'm ready to hit Colombia. I got a snack though because I'm really hungry, and a drink. But this is like the best supermarket that I've ever been to in a while. And it's massive. There's like a bakery, there's like fresh food you can get, like hot food. Like check the bakery out behind me. But yes, so far Colombia's awesome. We're just heading back to the hostel right now. And then I'm gonna get more food somewhere and meet up maybe with some people or do salsa at some point. Who the heck knows, but I'm really excited to be in Colombia. After getting settled in, a group of us met up at the rooftop of Los Patios and headed out for dinner in El Poblado, which has a lot of awesome restaurants, and we chose Olivia, an Italian restaurant. It was great to sit around a big table with a new group of people from all around the world again and enjoy some awesome food. Okay, so we're at Olivia, and it is loud in here, so sorry, but I never thought the first day that I'd be in Colombia I'd be eating Italian food, but we are here, and it's great because we're here with people from the hostel. Is it good? It's good? When we got back to the rooftop of Los Patios, the festivities had begun, and a pool bar crawl was about to begin. So first night out in El Poblado, and I'm somehow on this pub crawl, a pool pub crawl. And there's a lot of weird shit going on, like this. So these guys are gonna definitely try to charge them to give them a tip or something. But I guess they give entertainment. It was great to go out in Medellin with a group instead of going out alone, and much safer as well. But finally it was time to end the night early for a walking tour the following morning. The awesome thing about Los Barrios is all the events and tours that they organize, which made it super easy to meet people.
Guys, welcome to Colombia. Colombia is a great country because the location, because the people, because democracy, everything is bad. I'm not here to blame. I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm not left, I'm not right. I don't want to blame the guerrilla, the government, the police, the refugees, the homeless. No, I'm gonna try to be in the middle, the most.
Now we're just heading to go to the Poblado station. This was my first time taking public transit in Medellin, and while the city's super connected, it gets super busy, so watch out for your phone.
Abort mission.
Abort, abort.
Abort.
This is a full train.
Beautiful logo for the companies. That's this kind of celebration. It's like a procession with antique cars, antique bicycles, and it's great. Guys, welcome to Camion 10, La Candelaria. La Candelaria means the Virgin of the Candles, the Virgin of Light, because we are a pretty Catholic country. Candelaria in Bogota, Candelaria in Medellin, Candelaria in Cartagena. I hope you like it. I recommend if you want to take, remember, Commune 8 with 2 cable cars. Metro was built at the beginning of the 20th century, then was abandoned and we rebuilt in 2015. What do you prefer?
Oh, wow. Incredible.
They were here in San Antonio Square. The square is a remembrance to a lot of the troubles that had happened here. But these sculptures you see behind me, they're Voluptuous, and they're by Fernando Botero. He was born in 1932 in Colombia, and his work is world renowned in all over the place. You might have seen sculptures like the cat in Barcelona, as well as other sculptures in London. And yeah, his art is definitely well known, and it started here in Colombia. So definitely be sure to come here to this square to check it out. But first, let's see what the tour is going on about.
In this place, on 10th of June of 1995, because a bomb, some people died. That day was a concert, 9:30 p.m. approximately. Someone, because we don't have the guilty, no tenemos a quien culpar, someone put a bomb. We have 2 terrorists, Cali Cartel and guerrillas. Why guerrillas? Because the metro was inaugurated in 1995, and he just was taking revenge against our improvements. This is the most accepted theory. The meaning of these statues or sculptures is the past of Medellin. You are the present and the future. This one was bought for the city during the 90s. This one was a donation of Fernando Botero, including 23 sculptures in Botero Square that you will see at the final. That's the interpretation that we have about this kind of art of Fernando Botero, and we keep it bouncing because the sun is aggressive.
The walking tour gave great meaning to a lot of the statues and things we saw along the way, and we even saw some great places to grab some bites.
2,000 Colombian pesos in order to get an awesome refreshing juice.
And no one had a diarrhea.
No.
I'm making evaluation all the time. I know my tour, guys.
So basically we just took a little break to get some juice, and it's 2,000 for tourists and 1,000 for locals. We just crossed the beach. This is an awesome place. It's basically a bike path, a walking path. It goes for 100 kilometers, the bike path. It's after the things that you see in Bogota and Amsterdam. They're trying to reduce CO2 emissions and really be more environmentally friendly. There's so many cars here, but the buses are electric. They're having more electric scooters, and just really trying to develop a way for people to use the metro instead of relying more on cars. But yes, for sure, this is definitely a cool area of greenery. Like, look at this tree. After a coffee break, we headed to Parque Bolivar. The park was inaugurated in 1892 in honor of the liberator Simon Bolivar from the Spanish and was the president of Colombia from 1819 to 1830. He played a pivotal role in South American independence movement, and Bolivia is even named after him. But right now we're heading to the center of the real city of Medellin, and it's pretty hectic. We're really getting into it now. While the Cathedral Metropolitan of Medellin is beautiful, we were told by our guide that this area could get a little bit seedy and to watch our phones. Just something to look out for when you come here if you walk alone. In a group, I felt totally safe.
There is one of the biggest galleries of Fernando Botero, sometimes related with Pablo Escobar. This hotel over there, Notivara Hotel, Californian style, 1945, one of the most important of the country, the second one. This one here, the Palace of the Culture of Medellin. Before of that, the Palace of the Governation. Another beautiful piece of art of Mr. Agustin Guvar from Belgium. This one there was an undertaken project because during the decade of the 1920s, we suffered an economical crisis. Mr. August, and sometimes in other places, an economical crisis around the world in that decade. Mr. Agustin Guvar come back to Belgium, and the people here didn't have enough resources to done. This is why they just put with the world. It's an undertaken project. Most of the palaces around the world has the cupola in the middle. This one beside because that reason. Are you understanding the information? Perfect, guys.
The tour wrapped up and our guide brought us to the subway where we then took it to the hostel. It was packed, the rush hour was crazy, and somebody actually got their phone pickpocketed, which can happen anywhere, so just be careful when you're riding public transit in Medellin. However, we headed back because I wanted to get some food at a restaurant that was recommended called Mamacita. Another reason why I love Medellin is because the quality of food you can get for a really good price. Look at all this food, and honestly, it wasn't more than $10. It was also one of my first few nights in Colombia, so of course I had to take a salsa class, hosted by Los Patios on the rooftop, and the teachers were amazing at it. Finally, we got to try our hand at it as we did a salsa pub crawl. That turned into a nightclub and some dance-offs. The next morning, I woke up tired, but not for long, because I had a coffee demonstration from the cafe downstairs in Los Patios, and I learned all about coffee culture in Medellin.
Very important. Normally, the people in Colombia doesn't drink good coffee because we sell all the good one to the other parts of the world.
Yeah, I heard about that, but
yes, it's very interesting because a lot of farmers even doesn't know what is the coffee of the farm. This is the process that we have of the coffee. It's a blend of different parts of Colombia. One is Medellin. We have a neighborhood called Medellin, and it's up inside the city. And it's very interesting because Medellin is not a coffee producer. The most famous one is the coffee region where the coffee is produced.
Near Salento,
Quindío, or Maine.
Okay.
It's gonna be probably these bubbles are the CO2 going out because the coffee starts to expand itself and give us this for me is the most important part of the preparation.
Yeah.
Because they
To
start
see the
give
bubbles.
us, ready.
Yeah. After my coffee demonstration, I was on a mission to find one of the best cafes in Medellin, and boy did I do just that. We headed, a group of us, to go experience Pergamino Cafe. Good afternoon, I'm here at Pergamino Cafe. We just walked over here, it was 15 minutes from Los Patios, and this place was recommended to have some really good coffee. There's so many good coffee shops around. I learned that because when I was talking to the owner of Los Patios and the marketing manager and the coffee host, they were all talking about how the craft scene is really turning out here. You know, Colombia used to be known for shipping all of its good coffee out of the country and not enjoying it here, but now there's become such a coffee culture, and Pergamino Cafe is just one of the institutions that has one of the best coffees. And I'm really excited to show you. We're gonna grab some food here. Who knows what we'll do for the rest of the night, but I'm really excited to take you along. Medellin is really cool. At first I was so nervous coming here alone, But it's been really easy to meet people here, especially at the hostel. That's why I like it. You can get a private room, they have a co-working space, everything. There's digital nomads, backpackers, people that are taking a sabbatical off work, and it just is definitely a place that needs to be explored, and you shouldn't be afraid to come. Of course, like any big city, there are risks and, you know, things that could happen like petty theft, but I think the reward is greater than the risk, and you should definitely come. But for now, I need to get some coffee. The options for brunch were amazing, and one thing I learned about Colombia is that they definitely do brunch right, and breakfast. Finally, I checked into my new hotel, the Hampton Inn, located in El Poblado, and was welcomed with an amazing rainbow. Hello everybody, I'm here at the Hampton Inn and I just checked in. So far, so good, and I'm really loving my room. Check this out. We have a nice big bed. There's also a ton of space, a desk for you to get your work done, and have an amazing view of Medellin. Not only that, I have the bathroom, which is nice. It's small, but gets the job done. And we have the shower here. Definitely loving it here so far. Medellin's been fun. First, I stayed at Los Patios Hostel, getting a really nice crew of awesome people that I've met and have plans with later tonight. But then I really wanted a place to just come, chill, hang out, and have this really beautiful room that I'm actually only paying like $37 a night for, and it includes breakfast. You know, they give me waters when I check. And we're located right in El Poblado, which is the most popular neighborhood, and I really am loving it so far. The building seems pretty new. Everything, you know, has a great view. When you check in, you actually take the elevator to the 15th floor. No, the 14th floor. The 15th floor is where there's a jacuzzi and an outdoor bar or patio area where you can hang out. But I'm really excited for the weekend in Medellin. I've already been here 2 nights and I'm loving it. I've met some awesome people so far and just going to enjoy my new digs for the next few nights. But for now, I'm gonna get ready because I'm going to meet some people later on, because after all, today is Friday night. If you're looking for some fine dining establishments, Medellin has plenty of them. And Esim Medellin has been around since 2013, started by the female Chef Laura Londoño. A warm and modern environment will welcome you to some amazing slow cooking. So we just finished eating in Poblado. This street is I'm in love with it so far. There's so many nice restaurants and the vibes are really good. I love it. But back into the Uber. One of my top tips as a digital nomad is that if you are traveling around and you want to still stay in a hotel, you can always just go to a hostel for sometimes some of their events, like their pub crawls, which is exactly what I did. But the next morning, I got to have an amazing breakfast because I was staying at the Hampton Inn with awesome views. I could not have it any better. If you want to see more of my Colombia series, be sure to subscribe, because next week we're going to be going to Comuna 13, one of the most notorious neighborhoods that have turned into one of the most colorful, full of music, laughter, and fun. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a beat. And also, if you have any questions, please let me know them in the comments, and hit the like button and help me out and share this with a friend if you know they're heading to Colombia solo.